A distinct, undeniable economic fault line has suddenly opened up between the city of Los Angeles and the neighboring South Bay. In April 2023, Los Angeles enacted Measure ULA, a 4 to 5.5% transfer tax on property sales over $5 million. This policy forced developers to recalculate their margins, triggering a sudden stall in local development and capital investment within city limits. This split-screen geographic data visualization shows the resulting contrast. Building permits within Los Angeles have dropped by 40%. On the other side of the border, the South Bay's development metrics remain stable and are actively absorbing the overflow. This capital flight creates a lucrative yet temporary window of opportunity for South Bay municipalities and real estate firms to secure long-term investments. Capturing this fleeing capital requires South Bay stakeholders to abandon traditional marketing. The market demands hyper-efficient, data-dense communication to close deals before the window closes. The South Bay's commercial real estate landscape is already positioned to absorb this demand, driven specifically by strong industrial leasing in Torrance, El Segundo, and Gardena. This chart compares LA's rising development costs against South Bay's stabilized metrics. Industrial vacancy has normalized at 4.6%. Concurrently, Redondo Beach overhauled Artesia Boulevard zoning, allowing a 1.5 AFR. These updates and waterfront redevelopments are timed for the 2026 World Cup and 2028 Olympics. The retail market is already responding to these initiatives, evidenced by the recent influx of national brands taking down space in these newly zoned corridors. The physical inventory and civic willpower clearly exist. The actual bottleneck restricting growth is effectively communicating this readiness to outside investors. However, this local opportunity faces immediate macroeconomic friction from tightening consumer spending and new tariff uncertainties. The United States savings rate has dropped, hitting 3.6%, directly correlating with a measurable rise in developer hesitation and tighter lending standards. Traditional public relations and bloated marketing brochures fail to overcome this specific type of investor anxiety. They lack the density to prove financial viability in an environment where capital is increasingly selective. In a high-friction economy, stakeholders can no longer rely on lengthy due diligence cycles. To win, you must prove the ROI before the investor's window of attention closes. This is where Voxel Micro Video Labs provides a specific technical advantage for South Bay commercial and civic stakeholders. The applications are targeted and precise. Commercial firms pitching industrial sites, municipalities courting waterfront developers, and retail landlords driving foot traffic. Voxel's methodology uses visualized zoning overlays and real-time absorption data to address technical objections during the initial pitch. By aligning complex data with specific market requirements, this process drastically reduces the time between a site tour and a signed term sheet. The capital flight into the South Bay is happening now. Utilizing data-dense visual evidence is the requirement for stakeholders intending to secure these relocating assets.